So I'm Ruth Steinberg and I'm 68 now, 69 next week. And this is my husband, Len, who's a bit older than me, he's 84. And we met in the year 2000, not long after Len's wife died. And then we got married in 2003.
I was a GP working in a practice until the end of 2018. I came to UK in 1955 as a refugee, and Britain has been very generous to me. I've mainly lived in UK ever since, but I've also worked in other countries.
I was very involved in left-wing politics for a long time, and those are still my close friends. That's my community. People who want to see a world that's fairer, where there's injustice, try to do something about it. And that's also a very Jewish idea as well. I grew up very traditional, I would say. I became quite religious when I was in my early teens, and then I threw it all away, but I was always very Jewish until I went to university, and then it was nothing to do with me. Later on, I think in my 30s, I came back to it actually through music, through playing Jewish music, klezmer music, and I got very involved in that, and then reclaimed my identity. And so now I have a Jewish community, a Masorti community, which are we're very small, about 20 or 30 of us, and has a real sense of community which the bigger communities don't have. I would say I've reclaimed my Jewish identity, but I'm not religious, but I live a Jewish life in what makes sense for me.
I think the simple answer is yes. It's a very complex question, because people age in different ways. I am 84, fairly fit 84. There are people whose life has treated them much more harshly than my life has treated me. There is a perception of what people can or cannot do. When I was just coming up to 70, the doctors in my practice decided that at 70 people really should retire. I objected, and they said, okay, you don't want to retire. I went on working until I was 83.
Up to 60, I didn't really think about it, and then 60, well, gosh, 60, even just the word 60. And now I'm 70 next year, and Len will be 85, so it'll be 155 between us. There is a reality that our bodies wear out and things change, and I can tell you that, I've had a knee replacement, and got aches and pains, and I'm not the same shape as I used to be. I am not as bouncy and nimble as I used to be. I won't have my life to be smaller than it needs to be, and that's always my mantra, if you like. There is a reality that things change, but I won't be told from the outside what I can and what I can't do. So my world will not be smaller than it needs to be. I will not accept is once you've finished work, it's downhill from there. It's not, it's changed. What you've got out there is a lifetime of experiences and knowledge. Each person is of great value, and even more value maybe because of the life they've lived.